Hello and welcome to the Harvester College CAD workshop. Today we're going to be doing this phone stand out of acrylic. So let's get started. Click on New Design. We want to create a sketch and we click that front face. Now at any time I'm moving too fast for you, just hit the pause button, rewind and play again. We need to draw a straight line, so L for line. We need to snap it to the origin and drag out, type in 45. Press the tab key on your keyboard and enter. You may have to press enter twice. L for line again. We're going to snap to that black origin and drag up. We're going to type in 30 and enter. What we're going to do now is apply an angular dimension here, so D for dimension, and drag up there. Notice I click both sides then, type in 60. So when you do that, you'll have to click once, let go of the mouse, click the next line, let go of the mouse and drag out. L for line, we're going to snap to that black dot, drag up, and we want to type in 80. Tab, enter. Now, we need to place a constraint here. So if we look here, constraints, we want parallel, and the parallels constraint also lives there in the taskbar. We're going to click that black line and that blue line, and there we have it there. We need to draw another line, so L for line, snap that black dot, come down, and use the green checkbox to get out of the line tool or press the escape key. What we can do now is place another constraint on this, right? And what we're going to do here is use this constraint here called horizontal vertical. If you can't find it, click the drop down and there it is there. I'm going to click the white dot and that white dot, and you'll notice that they're now at the same height. We're going to place an angular dimension now on this one here. So click the black line first, let go of your mouse, click the blue line and drag down, type in 60, enter. What we can do now is place some fillets. So we go over here to modify and fillet. We're going to click this one right here on the bottom first, and notice here it's saying 10. I'm going to put 3 in here. Now while it's still active, I'm going to click the top of there and it's 3, and I'm going to click, notice it won't let me pick that dot, so I pick that line, let go of the mouse and that line, and they're all applied. And what I can do now is press the enter key. Now ignore the warning, it's just saying that it's some constraints and dimensions were removed, but it still works, all right? Just ignore that warning. What we're going to do now is apply an offset. So notice we're still in the sketch. We're going to use the modify, offset. We're going to click that line there, and what we're going to do, don't drag it in, drag it to the outside and type in 3 millimeters and click OK. You'll notice now that it's copied that line exactly, but it's got some open gates. So we need to close the gate. I'm going to zoom in, and using your line tool, which is the shortcut key is L, click that black dot and that black dot, zoom back out, zoom back in, that black dot, that black dot. And we're going to finish sketch. We're going to come up here and go to my home view. And this time we're going to extrude, create an extrusion. Shortcut key is E, or it lives up here in the taskbar. Drag the drag handle out, type in 100, enter. And you can see here now that we've got the basic shape. All right, we can move it around with the grab, with the pan tool. That's the hand there. You can click on the hand and drag your model around, or zoom in with your mouse to get it a bit bigger. Press the escape key. What we're going to do now, we're going to apply a feature. So use the letter A key on your keyboard and it will open the appearance function. Type in clear plastic, enter, and you'll notice it's here. Now if you don't have it, you may have to download it, and once it's downloaded, you click and hold and drag it onto your model, and that appearance is now applied. Once again, don't forget to click save and to save your model. You notice here that I've saved my previous model before I started, and that's what you should have done at the start, or if you haven't, do so now please. So click save, make sure you put it in your Tech 10 plastics folder. Now what we're going to do, you can see here that I've got some text on the front, so let's do that together. You're going to click create a sketch and click that front plane there. All right, I'm going to use my pan tool and zoom in for you so you can see it, and press escape, create text. And what I do, I just draw a text box on the front there, and I can type in a name. So you type in your name, I'm going to type in Bart Simpson, and I'm going to make sure the text is 8mm high. Now I can drag that over a bit to make it fit, and I can finish sketch. What I'm going to do here with my name, I'm roughly going to position it in the center there and press extrude, the E key. I'm going to come around here to a side view. Now if I drag out it grows, but if I grab down it cuts. So as it cuts, I'm going to type in -0.5. Okay, and there we have it there. So there's our name in our plastic. Now if that's too deep for you, you can modify that by going to the timeline, right clicking and go edit feature, and we can change that to -0.25 if you think it's too deep and you don't like it. So there we have it there. Remember, any time you want to fix something, go down to your timeline. You can right click and edit the sketch and fix it, or so if we look at the timeline, sketch, feature, sketch, and a feature. Now the next one's a little bit of an advanced operation, but it's easy to do, and I'd like you to try it. So what we're going to do, we're going to use construct. We want a plane at an angle. I'm going to come to the side here, from here. I'm going to click that line right there. See this one on the front face? That one? And I'm going to rotate that around. Okay, well I can go the other way to 60. All right. And click OK. So now I can do a sketch on that work plane. So I go create a sketch and I click that plane. Once again, use my pan tool and zoom in. Press escape. I'm going to apply an ellipse here. So create ellipse. Now I'm just going to draw it up the top here for you to see it first. So I'm going to drag it out. And it's going to be, click there and drag up. Righto. So D for dimension, we can now dimension that there, and that's going to be 20, and this here, this line here, in 8. That probably looks a bit better. And we roughly want it between, you'll notice this line here and that line there, we want it roughly in the center. So if you look at the center, it's on that red line, but we're going to put a dimension. So D for dimension, I'm going to dimension from that edge to the center here. So press escape. D for dimension, I want from that dot to that edge and drag up, and I'm going to type in 50. All right, I'm going to zoom in, and now have a look here. I can just drag that and drop that on that red axis right there. Okay, I'm going to come around to the side view now, press E for extrude, and this time I'm going to do a symmetrical extrusion. And I'm going to go, you can go 3mm and see if it penetrates. Let's have a look, click OK. And you can see here that I've penetrated through the plastic all the way. So this is now completed. Need to save your model. Don't forget to click save. I'll cancel this here because I've already done it. And you need to grab a screenshot. Now when you grab a screenshot, you have to ensure that you can see your name up that top right hand corner. Otherwise your teacher cannot mark it off for you. Okay, you have to grab an entire screenshot to save it. Righto, that concludes this tutorial. Thank you, and move on to your next activity.